I wanna start rhyming, I wanna stop watching, but I ain't got the time or watch for stopping. In my hood, we always watching for something. If you're not looking, someone bust your pumpkin. They wishing, praying that your heart will stop pumping. It's them haters of the world, they always up to something. Conniving, struggling, surviving, organizing, thriving off of darkness. They hate when you shining. I'm the absence of darkness. I'm so blinding, eyes so blinding. I stay finding thunder and lightning. It's so close, it is frightening. The noose is tightening. Tight flow, control, got soul. I rhyme with scent, provoke, chosen words. They'll find you frozen. My bars fly out in dozens, and yours dozens, and they all dirty like my cousins. Dirty, 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 dirty like my cousins.
You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. More power and assets. More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. More power and assets. More power and assets.
I'm a sick G when I spit my flow great. I hold tree and man is mess away. Your timing is pregnant if your timing is late. You can't skate forever in this New York state. You gotta stay clever for someone scrapes a plate. It's an extreme scene for fiends, they always detonate and stay up late trying pawn everything that they can locate. Like you non-believers with your low faith. I rock suits without a case or a court date. My suits like my BMW manufactured out of state. Beware the dog, reads the sign on the gate. With hard-hitting actions ready to annihilate. Fuck it, I know the cost to be the boss. I got gold, candy, and diamonds on my cross. My paper looks good, my number never gets lost. I make it rain euros while it's dollars you toss.
You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. More power and assets. More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. More power and assets. More power and assets.
Yeah, I be speaking in riddles when I sneak it in the middle. See you peeking a little, well then do I match the sound to the fiddle while spitting verses that kiddo, bang 'em at widow. They notorious for leaving wifey's widow. That's straight, direct, don't interpret it a little or it'll punish until your ass is brittle. Come butt you with no shells and a pistol. Bust your lips so you can't talk without a whistle. If you're looking out the window you can feel sour D in the wind. Wherever we go, breathe it in, feel good wherever you go. It's the proper vibe, we promote, you gotta know. So don't be a hater and swim against the flow. Hey yo, it's dark where it don't glow. Don't you know there's sharks in the water, so there's a place you could go.
You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. More power and assets. More power and assets. You know what cash gets? More power and assets. You know what cash gets?